Good morning. Welcome to Delicious Bites.
Good morning, Fish Friends. It's Kisha, your fish brand creator, and I am up early, popping out to another small business to be of service for the day. Let's see who I'm assisting.
Good morning. Welcome to Delicious Bites. Okay, so Tomira has me starting work. So I think what she needs me to assist with today is she needs me to test all the cookies, right? I think she needs me to test all the cookies, all the cupcakes. I might need to eat 2 or 3 sandwiches just to make sure things are where she needs them to be. Is that right, Tamara? That's what you want me to? That's what. Okay. I think she has something else to do for me today, but I don't know if I'm ready to work that hard. So we will see. We will see.
So we are popping out today, and I am I want to say something that will be a staple in this neighborhood, even though it's sort of new. I've heard about the business for years. This is their new location, about a year or two in the neighborhood. And as soon as you walk through the door, believe me, you will be encountering something sweet. So let me show you who we're assisting today. Hi, Tomira.
Good morning.
So this is Tomira of Delicious Bites, and I'm just going to ask her a few questions about the business and herself, so we can get to know her. Tomira has helped assisted in event planning. I had to come through her for some treats some years back when I was working with a client that's a good friend of hers, classic. But she was able to withstand can we make sure this is on there and can we do all that? And she had some great ideas, so I appreciated that. So we are popping out with Tomira today. So Tomira, can you tell us about Delicious Bites? What is Delicious Bites, and how did it come into fruition?
Delicious Bites is essentially the name, all things delicious. We specialize in sweet and savory items. Here in our retail location, we have fresh baked goods, grab and go salads, wraps, sandwiches, hot soup. How did Delicious Bites come about? It was random, but I was told that it's not random because I was told to dig deep into the story. So when my son was 3, my grandmother gave me a mixer when we came home that summer. So for his birthday, I didn't have a lot of money, so I made cupcakes. I didn't know how to make cupcakes or have a cupcake recipe, so I just used the pound cake recipe on the pound cake box and made it into cupcakes. So did the best I could, and kind of the rest is history.
Wow, that's great. I love a good origin story because it makes, once you get to where you are now, no matter the trials and tribulations, you be like, it was all worth it for the most part. So that's how it came into fruition. So what would you say is the why? What is the why of Delicious Bites? Or you, what is the why of running this business?
What I would say a why would be is providing people with quality and fresh baked goods. I'm not super healthy, but I try to do healthier things, so I feel like getting fresh baked goods over processed goods any day. So just providing people with the convenience and luxury of getting quality food at a grab and go pace.
And I would say for you too, service, because the reviews, the things that you post, that, you know, when people come in and things that they've said, you always give some kind of, you know, you give good service, you give a feeling. I don't know about you, but when I have a good treat, a sweet treat, especially, Lord help me, I probably shouldn't have all that, I feel good. It feels good
Definitely
to have something that makes you feel good.
Yeah. You've eaten and drinking something that's good, but that's something my grandmother always said. People always eat and drink, so you almost can't go wrong with food and drinks because people don't do it.
Right. So tell me, if you didn't start Delicious Bites and you weren't in this business, what profession or what would you be doing, you think?
Are you enjoying this pop out so far? Great. But before we get into what Tomira would be doing if she wasn't the owner of Delicious Bites, let's get into a bit of the work day at Delicious Bites for me. Now, Tomira really put me to work, but it's okay. That's what I signed up for. I just wanted to be of assistance in any capacity that she could use me for. So, for the day, she had me doing a bit of organization, which for her was something she needed. I tried to do the best that I could in the time that I had and with the resources and the space that I had. I think I did a good job, but take a look and see how I went, and stay tuned for the rest of this conversation with Tomira.
Tomira, I thought I was going to eat cookies and test cupcakes for you today. A little organization? You said you only needed a little organization? Lord. I'm about to call in sick. Can I call in sick from the job? Okay. We got a little organization to do for the first pop out. I thought I was going to be eating cupcakes and cookies, but it's okay. She's entrusting me to do some organization, and that's what we're going to do.
Because I wanted it to be healthy. So that was really the original thought behind it. But after cutting it, I was just telling some of my friends, like, I feel exposed.
Let's call the boss down and have her take a look. A couple hours later. Okay, so the boss is down here, and we've done a couple hours of organization. How you feel?
I feel good. It looks good. Like everything is visible.
And it was worth doing, because what I didn't want to happen is that I come and do some work and you're like, I could have did that, or like that was a waste of time.
It's never a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's always, at least look, it's always a little better than it started.
Right.
So
and it's a start. Yep.
No,
So now you can
definitely good.
access your daily stuff a little
And
bit
then that
better.
stuff ain't sitting in the middle of the floor right there, because there was a bunch of stuff in the middle.
And I had to, I got attacked by a few spiders. I don't know if you heard me scream. I was like, because one dry, I felt it. I was like, I know what that is. Look,
No.
remember?
I didn't.
But we're good. I made it work.
You did. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. So we're done for the day. We popped out and we helped.
Definitely popped out and helped. I appreciate it. The floor's sparkly clean. Everything is organized.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up.
Labeled. I see the labels. I see the labels.
Labeled. So we got it. Just assisting. So thank you for having me.
No, thank you.
And that's it, y'all, for the pop out for the day. I still got more work to do.
Right.
So tell me, if you didn't start Delicious Bites and you weren't in this business, what profession or what would you be doing, you think?
I would probably still be doing fashion.
Would you?
Yeah, I had to put a pause in that to put all of my eggs in this basket. But I'm still setting stuff to the side so that I can do that when I have some time. But being second year in business, it's still that whole ebbs and flows and learning the structure and flows. So at some point I'll be able to create in that way, but for now I get to create with food.
Tell me something that you have kind of overcame throughout your journey when it came to starting this beautiful establishment on 66th and North Avenue in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm sure that was a journey. You have been doing Delicious Bites long before that, but this is your brick and mortar. So tell me something that you can say that you like kind of overcame during that journey.
I signed the lease during the pandemic, so that was the bigger struggle with signing that lease during the pandemic, but also not really knowing the clear amount of what it would take to do all the things I wanted to do inside of here, and then also like not having the capital. But then as getting things, like ordering the coolers because of the pandemic, things were delayed. So there were lots of delays, but I was never super in a rush because I just felt like we would open when it was time for us to open. And people were eager because we had signs in the window. So they were like, okay, when they coming, when they coming? We keep seeing them coming soon, but like, when are they coming? So it worked. It was just probably the lack of capital, but I'm learning now that lack of that time was challenging, but that was also not a bad time to start a business because there was lots of money out here, like because of the pandemic. So they were giving grants and giving money, but all of that has kind of dried up. So people moving forward in business, it'll be a little different.
Right. Okay, that's good. So let's switch it a little. Tell us something about yourself that others may not know, or just something fun or something interesting that you may want others to know about you.
I can't sing or dance, but I aspire to have a cameo dancing in somebody's video before I exit.
Listen,
I'm going to dance. Now, I don't know how well it's going to go over and what it's going to look like, but I'm going to shimmy in somebody's video.
Listen, you can make your own video, music video promotion about Delicious Bites and get to dancing in there. Look, when I was younger, I wanted to be a background dancer for Usher, and you couldn't tell me up until probably 30, and I'm almost 50, that I'm still waiting.
But the thing is that I can't dance.
Like, I probably can't either. But.
So I have really high hopes considering I can't dance. And I have really amazing car concerts to the point where if it was recorded, I probably would be viral.
See?
So I probably should start recording because I can use those coins.
Listen, we getting it in the car. Okay, so that's good. That's something.
And one other thing might be is that people don't know that I am a 4th generation chef. So my father's mother owned 4 restaurants and 2 bars in Milwaukee. My mother's mother was a chef at MPS for over 30 years. And my mother currently is a chef for another. She keeps saying when she retires, she's coming to work for me. We'll see. But yeah, so it trickled over to me. So me cooking and baking, they don't bake though. Most of them, they cook soul food. So then I still cook different because I'm still a tad bit health conscious. So I don't eat as much soul food, although I know how to prepare soul food. It's so heavy, so we don't eat it so often.
Right. Okay. Wow, that's good. So it's kind of meant to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us something that you would tell people that, or a good tip or some advice about starting
a business and maintaining, because you know, one, everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur, and then two, some people they start and maybe it doesn't work out how they want in the first year, so they're ready to quit or start something else. So give us some advice about starting and maintaining a business.
Starting, I would say, don't just let people convince you should start. Just know that it's something you want to do. I feel like people always cook for people they know, and then they're like, oh my gosh, you should open a restaurant. And it's really just not that damn easy. So there's that piece. But also knowing your numbers. I feel like when you get started, knowing your numbers, knowing what you need to get started, knowing what you need to stay afloat, knowing what you need to make a profit. And I think a lot of us start off not really knowing that, and we just kind of go, and then in some way you kind of end up in the hole, and then for so long you're trying to grapple out of the hole, and you're in this survival mind state. So then you're not providing the quality of service you would normally provide, or you find yourself doing things you wouldn't normally do because you need to make ends meet. Another thing would be, don't quit your job. Everybody's like, oh, quit your job and start a business. No, if you can maintain your job with your business for a while, maintain your job, because once you quit, you don't have your benefits. You don't have the luxury of getting for sure check every 2 weeks. I told my mother this like 2 weeks ago. She said, do you regret it? I said, no, but one thing I do know is I can work anywhere and not do my job and still get a check every 2 weeks. And here I do everybody's job and I might not get a check. So there's those pieces and takeaways, like you might not be able to pay yourself for a while. So is that something you're willing to do? So maybe you can keep your job so you can still get a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can attest to that. Okay, and then accepting help. You know,
accepting help. I struggle asking for help. I don't like for people to tell me no, and I have to do better. So I won't ask. And it's funny because like me and Tasha are really close friends now. Like she just kind of popped up when I first opened. It was like, I know you need help. You're not gonna say you need help. So she just kind of gradually started helping. And then she like volunteered the whole year. And I ended up hiring her when I was able to hire staff. So
shout out Tasha. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that helps tremendously. You gotta, it's hard, especially if you've always done it.
Not even just that. Sometimes it's like taking the time to explain to people, and then they still don't understand, and then it's like, I could have just did it.
Yep. Even though we're popping out an assistant, that's how I think about when I think about the things that I need help with, like trying to explain to somebody what I need help with sometimes, especially if it's more data or it's like, you know, you need to have somebody organize them.
But I'm getting better with the
yeah.
delegating, because that's a whole nother thing too. Once you get staff, you have to be able to delegate them duties. Mm-hmm. So figuring out what task on my list that I can give to somebody else.
Yep.
And it seems like it's not a lot, but when you think about it, it's so many little things that add up to big things in time that you could definitely pass off to somebody else to do.
Yeah.
So I'm getting better.
Yeah, and it definitely comes with time. Especially as you grow and grow, and you'll be like, you know what, I can't do that anymore. So we are here today, and we're just gonna assist how you need us, and hopefully it'll be of help. And then, of course, if there's something you need in the future, and I'm in the city, y'all know I'm still around the city too much, let me know. Got you. So thank you, Tomira, to Delicious Bites on 66th and North. Staple in the neighborhood. You can't miss it because it's a beautiful black and white awning on the building, and in the summer it's the perfect place, whether it's summer or winter, it's just the perfect place to come and have some treats, have a good salad or a sandwich, and some coffee, and, you know, just vibe out and meet Tomira. So y'all will see more of Tomira. So thank you for allowing us in your shop today, Tomira.
No problem. Thank you for coming.
Girl, that was great.
You so funny. I'm getting a little practice. I done been on the news a couple of times.
Listen.
I'm trying to do better.
And I ain't even the news. Go ahead.
It was funny. I went and I go to Audie's all the time. Like, I walked in there and the lady was like, "Oh, I couldn't wait to see you, superstar." I was sitting in my bed the other day and I said, "Oh, that's my customer on the news."
Oh, that's right. I know that's right.
I said, "You are so funny." So she was like, "I have to come visit you because we gotta support us." And I was like, "Yes." It's so funny because I don't be going out tossing my weight around.
Wasn't that a great conversation with Tomira? I hope you were able to get some gems because she definitely dropped a lot of them. And I must say, I had a great work day with her, learning about her and learning a lot of great business tips and insight from her. Oh, and organizing that basement, that was great too. Thanks for watching and stay fierce.